Peace and love and harmony to all of you out there. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. We're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and I'm still in beautiful Costa Rica. I'm going to be here for a little while. We are doing a fruit festival this week, and I'll be starting a water fast on March 2nd. And I have to say that just drinking more water has brought about some interesting sensations in my body. I really didn't sleep well last night because it feels almost like kind of like the achy feelings that you get when you're getting the flu, just simply because I'm hydrating myself and eating a lot of fruit right now. So I can only imagine what the water fast is going to be like, but you're going to get to hear about it, and I'll make a separate video at the end of it, I'm sure, to give you a rundown. But anyway, so I'm still moving through my Course in Miracles lessons and really relying on this material to help me understand my mind as I go through this experience, most of which has been lovely, and I'm communing with wonderful people and having great conversations. And oh my gosh, we had a sound healing last night that is like nothing I've ever experienced. It was more voice than instruments, but it was like channeling and light language and just this, I don't know, it was two people. It was a man and a woman, and their harmony together and the way that they held the space and just created this environment of worship of the earth. It was so moving and so amazing. So I'm having some great experiences, even though I did have a sleepless night. It's all good. I know my body's not real. All right, lesson 57. We are doing 5 more lessons for review, so let's jump in. First lesson. I am not the victim of the world I see. Woo! How can I be the victim of a world that can be completely undone if I choose? My chains are loosened. I can drop them off merely by desiring to do so. The prison door is open. I can leave simply by walking out. Nothing holds me in this world. Only my wish to stay keeps me a prisoner. I would give up my insane wishes and walk into the sunlight at last. It's all a choice, isn't it? All right, second lesson for review. I have invented the world I see. I made up the prison in which I see myself. All I need to do is recognize this, and I am free. I have deluded myself into believing it is possible to imprison the Son of God. I was bitterly mistaken in this belief, which I no longer want. The Son of God must be forever free. He is as God created him, and not what I would make of him. He is where God would have him be, and not where I thought to hold him prisoner. So as I was reading this lesson this morning, I thought of the idea that I want to stop saying that Earth is a prison planet, because I think a lot of us in our community who have access to non-physical communications on a regular basis, we sort of have this like sarcasm with our spirituality, and I think it just reinforces what we've created in a deeper part of our mind, which is that we are believing somehow that we're a prisoner and that we're kind of like stuck here, or I don't know. It's just a negative tone to it that came to mind as I was reading this. So I'm going to try to get that out of my mind. There's nothing prison-like about Earth. And we chose with our full volition to come here at the soul level. And knowing we were going to experience challenges and difficulties, but even saying things like that could be counterproductive. So I'm going to let that go. All right. Interestingly enough, our next lesson, the title is, There is Another Way of Looking at the World. Since the purpose of the world is not the one I ascribe to it, there must be another way of looking at it. I see everything upside down, and my thoughts are the opposite of truth. I see the world as a prison for God's Son. It must be, then, that the world is really a place where he can be set free. I would look upon the world as it is and see it as a place where the Son of God finds his freedom. So the story is taking a a more positive note here. All right, here we go. Next lesson for review. I could see peace instead of this. When I see the world as a place of freedom, I realize that it reflects the laws of God instead of the rules I made up for it to obey. I will understand that peace, not war, abides in it, and I will perceive that peace also abides in the hearts of all who share this place with me. I like that. Last lesson for review. My mind is part of God's. I am very holy. As I share the peace of the world with my brothers, I begin to understand that this peace comes from deep within myself. The world I look upon has taken on the light of my forgiveness and shines forgiveness back at me. In this light, I begin to see what my illusions about myself kept hidden. I begin to understand the holiness of all living things, including myself, and their oneness with me. So I like how this grouping of lessons turns from the prison planet to this peaceful existence that we can choose to have, and knowing that everything outside of our mind is an illusion, or at least we're coming into that understanding. It is hard, especially, like I said, last night I wasn't able to sleep well because I had this pain in my body. And I had this dream, oh my gosh, that I was on an airplane. I think I was with my nephew. But anyway, the plane was about to land, like right about to hit the runway, and the pilot sort of like shifted to the left, and like there was another runway, but it wasn't a runway that was proper. And so he had to turn the plane, and then all of a sudden the roof is off the plane, and I'm sort of like outside. I could see where the plane was going, and we're on a regular highway, just driving, and it seems like maybe there's no brakes on the plane. And I just put my hands up and just start saying to Jesus, please help me realize that this is just an illusion and I'm making this up, and be with us now. And so, I don't know, I was just praying to Jesus a lot of things, but something told me that if I prayed enough and I was convicted enough, that I was going to be able to stop the plane. So that was really interesting. And I, I guess that was before I read these lessons this morning, but there is no such thing as time. So I don't know, maybe they all kind of come together in that analogy. I'm not a victim of the world I see. I knew that I had the power over this plane experience because I was making it up. Something in me was telling me, you can change this, you can alter this. So anyway, I don't know. I also had a dream earlier in the night that I dumped out all this wax from my ears. Like it was way more than normal, like unbelievable amounts of wax. So who knows what that means too. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. You're enjoying these lessons, and these reviews are helping you. And yeah, that life is offering you every possible reminder that you're amazing, you're a beautiful light being, and that you have so much creative potential with the experience that you're having and the one that you will have moving forward. So I love you so much. I will be back here with you again tomorrow. Have a great day.